Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Anjuman Islam Abdul Azim Khatkate English Secondary School YouTube channel, and this is Almas Kazi welcoming all to celebrate online celebration of Women's Education Day on birth anniversary of Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule, the social reformer who is considered to be one of India's first modern feminists, was born on 3rd January 1831. Among her accomplishments, she is specially remembered for being India's first female teacher who worked for the upliftment of women and untouchables in the field of education and literacy. In 19th century lived a woman named Savitribai. She is a pioneer for feminists in our country. You might have heard her briefly mentioned in your history textbook. But do you realize that how she sparkled a revolution for women's education in India? So today we are going to have a short biography on the life of Savitribai Phule. Savitribai was born in Naigaon, Maharashtra in 1831 and belonged to a Shudra caste. In 1840, she was married off when she was only 10 years old to Jyotiba Phule, who was only 13 years old. From a tender age, Savitribai showed in educating herself, which for a woman, especially from an oppressed caste, was nothing short of revolutionary. In this cause, Jyotiba assisted her in her effort, teaching her to read and write. Even though education was a product made for and by upper caste men at that period of time. But Savitribai would not let casteist and sexist system stop her in her pursuit of education. After completing her education, Savitribai began training to be a teacher. And in 1847, she passed all her exams and became certified to be a teacher. In 1848, Savitribai and Jyotiba Phule started the first Indian-run school for girls in Bidewada in Pune, making Savitribai the first Indian woman to become a teacher and an headmistress. Upper caste people did not take this kindly to a Bahujan woman teaching and educating girls. And during this course of time, she had to face lot of troubles and torture which she went through. Every day on her way to school, Savitribai would have stones, mud and cow dung pelted on her. To which Savitribai Phule once said, "As I do the sacred task of teaching my fellow sisters. The stones or cow dung that you throw on me seem like flowers. May God bless you. With this, we are able to understand that she was all alone but ready to face all the challenges because she had taken a step forward for educating the girls and removing the illiteracy from our society. But due to the outrage at their work, Savitri Bai and Jyotiba Phule were thrown out of their house by Jyotiba's father. And due to that, they had to face a lot of struggle. But during that time, Fatima Sheikh, along with Savitri Bai, started the first school for girls. And when they started the first school for girls, they taught at the school. Jyotiba Phule and Savitri Bai Phule started teaching in that school, into which Fatima Sheikh became the first Muslim woman teacher of India. From a single school with 8 girls in 1848, Savitri Bai was running 3 schools with about 150 girls by 1851. So with these, we are able to understand that how with her courage and with her motive that she wanted to remove the illiteracy and she wanted to educate the girls so that they can be independent and ready to face the challenge with their own, what seems to be turning out in her favor. Savitri Bai Phule, when we talk about, she had also started a Mahila Seva Mandal in 1852, which worked for raising women's consciousness about their human rights, dignity of life, and other social issues. She went on to organize a successful barber strike in Mumbai and Pune against the prevailing practice of shaving off widows' heads. There was one report which had come in the paper which had said the number of girl students in Jyotirao school is 10 times more than the number of boys in government schools. This is because the system for teaching girls is far superior to what is available to boys from the government school. If this continues, the girls in Jyotirao school will prove superior to the boys from government schools, and they feel that in the coming examination they can really achieve a big victory. If the government education board does not do something about this soon, seeing this women outshine, the men will make us hang our heads in shine. So this report has opened the eyes that yes, Jyotiba Phule along with Savitri Bai Phule were on a path to achieve glory in their way. Savitri Bai Phule was also a poet and wrote poetry stressing on the need for education and the oppression faced by marginalized caste. Even though her poems, which were written in Marathi, she advocated values such as humanism, liberty, equality, brotherhood, nationalism, and the importance of education among others. In the year 1863, she started an infanticide prohibition home for pregnant widows to provide them a safe place to give birth without the fear of society. But when Jyotirao Phule passed away on November 28, 1890, Savitri Bai Phule broke all norms of the society when she lit his funeral fire. She also took over the running of their organization, which was named as Satyashodak Samaj. In the year 1897, a wave of bubonic plague hit Nalasopara. And at that time, while taking care of the afflicted, Savitribai Phule contracted the disease herself. While taking care of others, she succumbed to the disease and died on March 10, 1897. But when we talk about her legacy, we still today remember her and memorize in statues, stamps, university which are being started on her name, several books written on her life, and films being made so that the Indians are aware about her effort and her courage in bringing about a revolution in our life. Savitribai Phule lighted the lamp of education and knowledge and opened the door towards freedom from illiteracy. With all her hardship and dedication, along with her companion Fatima Sheikh, today the women of India could stand high, breaking all the norms of society. And the credit for this goes to great women. So let's have a glimpse of the girls of our school who are no less than others, leading ahead with all their potential and proving to this world that they are not less than anyone. Our girls participating in Taekwondo competition and winning maximum medals, participating in science exhibition every year and shining like a star. Our girls also participating in Rangotsav competition, and where out of all they come out with flying colors. Our girls participating in NI competition and getting prizes. In also participating in various science exhibitions which are conducted every year. And let's not forget that we are also having the girls who are getting prizes in various categories when we have the sports tournament which is held every year in our school and also inter-school. Every year our girls troop, our parade girls troop winning first prize. And also our girls are not less only with sports but also in different areas like elocution competition, football tournament, then science exhibition and also on Kirat competition which was held. When we talk about our girls, we can see that they are marching ahead, getting all the prizes, breaking all the norms of society, where today we see that they are creating an example where they are not less than the boys. And when we talk about this, let us not forget about the one who is there behind us, the very special girl which is mentioned also over here. Now, here is the special mention of our principal, Mrs. Zulekha Siddiqui, the pillar of strength, an efficient leader, an able administrator, and role model for others. Ma'am has been awarded with many awards. Among them, many of them, one is the Best Principal Award by Lokmat. Ma'am has always been an inspiration figure for all of us. This create an example before us, the revolution which was also brought in our school with regard to the efforts been taken by our principal. Last, I would like to end with a very beautiful poem written by Savitribai Phule. Go get education, be self-reliant, be industrious. Work, gather wisdom and riches. All gets lost without knowledge. We become animal without wisdom. Sit idle no more, go get education. End misery of the oppressed and forsaken. You have got a golden chance to learn. So learn and break the chain of caste. Throw away the Brahmin scriptures past.